and welcome to another edition of Autocar India's Quick News, your weekly roundup of everything that's new in the automotive industry. This week's episode is brought to you by Nayara Energy, India's largest private fuel retail network. Before we begin, a quick reminder to subscribe to the Autocar India channel and hit that bell notification icon to stay notified of all our latest videos. We start this week's news with Mercedes-Maybach. Now, Mercedes has launched the Maybach SL 680 monogram series in India, but there is a catch. Only 3 of these cars are going to be coming to India this year. The Maybach SL 680 is based on the AMG SL 63, but it differentiates itself with a chrome radiator grille with illuminated slats and a unique front bumper with Maybach logos. The bonnet, which is finished in black, also features over 300 Maybach logos, and the soft top roof can also receive a similar treatment as an option. Unlike the AMG sibling, the Maybach SL 680 is a strict 2-seater. The cabin is trimmed in white Napa leather, it gets a 3-spoke Maybach steering wheel, and even the roll hoops now have Maybach signets. The 12.3-inch driver's display and adjustable 11.9-inch central touchscreen are carried over from the AMG SL, and Mercedes has tweaked the car's exhaust system to reduce cabin noise and tune the suspension for comfort. Under the hood of the Maybach is the SL63's powertrain, a 4-litre twin-turbo V8 producing 585 horsepower and 800 Nm, mated to a 9-speed automatic sending power to all 4 wheels. It can hit 100 kph in 4.1 seconds, which is half a second slower than its AMG counterpart, and it also has a top speed of 260 kph. Prices start at Rs 4.2 crore, and with just 3 coming to India this year, it is sure to be very exclusive. Now there is some more news from Mercedes-Benz, who showcased their entry-level sedan, the CLA. This sedan will be coming to India at the end of 2025. The CLA EV lineup consists of the entry-level CLA 250 Plus with a claimed range of 792 km and the CLA 354 Matic, which has a claimed range of 770 km. Both figures are still pending homologation under the WLTP cycle. Both versions get a 85 kWh nickel manganese cobalt NMC battery. The CLA 250 gets a new rear-mounted permanent magnet motor with a 2-speed gearbox. The powertrain produces 272 horsepower, which allows the CLA 250 Plus to complete the 0-100 dash in 6.7 seconds. The all-wheel drive CLA 354 Matic gets an additional 108 horsepower motor with a single-speed gearbox on its front axle, giving a combined output of 354 horsepower and 0-100 time of 4.9 seconds. The CLA EV can be fast charged at rates of up to 320 kilowatts, thanks to its 800-volt electrical architecture that allows for a 300-kilometer top-up in just 10 minutes. The new CLA will also be offered in hybrid form, featuring a new 1.5-litre 4-cylinder petrol engine with a small 1.3 kWh battery and a 27 horsepower electrical motor. These combine to send either 136 horsepower or 163 horsepower through the front wheels, or in the range-topping 4MATIC model, 191 horsepower to all 4 wheels. The CLA's efficiency is in no small part thanks to its aerodynamic design, which has a drag coefficient of just 0.21 CD, despite being slightly larger than its predecessor. In terms of design, the CLA Hybrid and the CLA EV will almost look identical inside and out. The headlamp and the tail lamps feature a 3-pointed star motif, and the EV has a flush grille with illuminated logos. The Hybrid has an open grille needed to cool the engine. Inside the dashboard features the latest version of Mercedes Super Screen with 3 digital displays, a 10.25-inch screen for the instruments, a 14.6-inch infotainment, and an optional 14-inch screen for the front passenger. Jeep has launched a limited Sandstorm edition of their Compass SUV. This is essentially an accessories package which adds a few bits to the interior, to the exterior, and a few new features. The Sandstorm edition is only available on the entry-level sports and mid-specs Longitude and Longitude O variants for a premium of Rs 50,000, and this is what the prices look like. Outside, the new Sandstorm edition gets special decals on the bonnet along the sides as well, and a Sandstorm badge on the front fender. The interior features new seat covers, programmable ambient lighting, front and rear dash cams, new floor mats, and Sandstorm badging. The sports variant still gets a 8.4-inch touchscreen, 17-inch alloy wheels, and LED headlamps. while the Longitude gets 10.1-inch touchscreen, a wireless charger, and in-car connectivity suite. Mahindra has also launched an all-black version of the XUV700 called the Ebony Edition. Mahindra is offering the Ebony Edition on the top-spec AX7 and AX7L variants, costing about Rs 15,000 more than the variants they're based on. It is available with the 2-litre turbo petrol or the 2.2-litre diesel with either a 6-speed manual or automatic gearbox. However, it is not available with all-wheel drive or in the 6-seater configuration. Here is what the price list looks like. The Ebony Edition gets a stealth black paint finish, blacked out 18-inch alloy wheels and ebony badges on the front fenders and tailgate. Silver scuff plates on the front and rear bumpers provide some contrast. The most notable change on the Ebony Edition is the all-black leatherette upholstery that features on the seats, dashboard and door trims. Silver plastic trim on the steering and dashboard and the light grey roof liner provide contrast to the otherwise all-black interior. MG has updated the Comet for 2025 with a few new features and hiked prices by up to 27,000 rupees. The mid-spec Comet Excite now gets a rear parking camera and electrically folding outside rear view mirrors that were previously reserved for the top exclusive trim. Speaking of which, the exclusive now gets leatherette seats instead of fabric and 4 speakers for the audio system. Prices of these two variants have gone up and here is the full breakdown. Buyers can also opt for the battery as a service program which lowers the purchase price, but MG charges Rs 2.5 as battery rent for every kilometer. Here's what the revised prices look like. Mechanically, the Comet remains unchanged, featuring a 17.3 kWh battery pack powering a rear motor that produces 42 horsepower and 110 Nm. The MIDC claimed range is 230 km. The 7.4 kWh AC charger available with the exclusive and Excite variants can charge the battery from 0 to 100% in 3.5 hours, while the standard 3.3 kWh AC charger takes twice that time. Now for some big news on the EV front. Tesla has begun the homologation process for 2 of its models in India. According to a report from IANS, Tesla India Motor and Energy, Tesla's Indian subsidiary, has applied for the homologation and certification of the Model 3 and the Model Y. This comes after Tesla recently finalized its first showroom in India in Mumbai's Bandra Kurla complex area. Homologation is the process of certifying that a vehicle is roadworthy and meets the safety and emission norms before it can go on sale in the country. This is mandatory for all vehicles priced below 40,000 USD before they can be sold in the country. Tesla recently updated the Model Y with full-width LED light signatures at the front and the rear and improved aero efficiency. Inside, the Model Y's minimalistic interior is dominated by a central 15.4-inch touchscreen, and the rear passengers also now get a 8-inch touchscreen. The new Tesla Model Y now comes in 2 variants, the rear-wheel drive with a range of 719 km and the long-range all-wheel drive with a range of 593 km, both as per the China light-duty vehicle test cycle. The Model 3 on the other hand is available in 3 variants, long-range rear-wheel drive, long-range all-wheel drive and performance. The rear-wheel drive Model 3 has a claimed range of 634 km and a 0 to 100 sprint time of 4.9 seconds, while the all-wheel drive version returns 713 km and does 0 to 100 in 4.2 seconds. The Model 3 performance has 510 horsepower and a claimed 0 to 100 time of just 2.9 seconds with a range of 623 km. All range figures are as per the China light-duty vehicle test cycle. Several car manufacturers have announced that they will be raising prices of their entire lineup starting from April 2025. The price hikes are said to be a result of rising input costs and operational expenses for the car makers. Maruti Suzuki is set to raise prices by up to 4%, while Hyundai, Kia and BMW will raise prices by up to 3%. Renault has also confirmed that their entire lineup will see a price hike of 2%. Tata Motors and Honda will also raise prices across their lineup starting next month. However, they are yet to confirm to what degree. If you would like more information on these price hikes, do visit autocarindia.com for more regular updates. And now for some two-wheeler news. Honda has updated its entry-level commuter, the Shine 100, for 2025. The 2025 Honda Shine 100 now complies with stricter OBD2B emission norms, but the power and torque figures are unchanged. Powering the bike is a 98.98cc engine producing 7.38 horsepower and 8.04 Nm that is mated to a 4-speed gearbox. Visually, the Shine 100 remains the same, with the earlier black and gold colorway now being replaced with a new black and orange scheme. At 69,000 rupees, it now costs rupees 2,000 more than the outgoing model. Ducati has also launched the Scrambler Icon Dark at Rs 9.97 lakh, making it the most affordable Ducati in India. The Dark is essentially a blacked out version of the Scrambler Icon and is mechanically identical to it. It is powered by an air oil cooled 803cc V twin engine producing 73 horsepower and 65.2 Nm of torque. With a wet weight of 176 kgs, it's on the lighter side compared to other big capacity motorcycles in India. Further aiding its manageability is a seat height of 795 mm, which can be lowered to 780 mm or raised to 810 mm with accessory seats. And that's a wrap for Quick News this week. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back with some more news next week.